Hello, this is Will from JourneyWallStreet.blogspot.com. I'm here for a tick replay of DPS. This is a replay of June 12th, 2012. DPS it's Snapple, Dr. Pepper and Snapple. So it gapped up on news. I'm not sure what. And there's two things that are going to happen. It's either going to pull back and fail, or it's going to pull back and shoot higher. But one thing we know for sure is it has to catch up to the EMA, so just gotta wait. Let me fast forward a little bit more. Okay, so here we are. We're at a place where it can potentially be at the EMAs. So let's ignore the ATR right now, because I know Snapple itself doesn't really move that much. Let's focus on the fact of these candles and entry bars and things like that. So if you're able to get this candle, you would. Otherwise, you will get long on this breakout candle, or potential breakout candle. Excuse me, entry candle with your stop below this wick. If you're fast enough, then yeah, this would be the best entry. But okay, there you go. Entry number one, you're in. Let me just jump some more. Okay, so it failed, it stopped you out. And it's going to happen. Not all of these are going to work. So let's just continue to see what happens with the stock if the 21 would hold as support. Okay, there was your first real test right there. But I mean, there's still no real trade yet. That could be a potential entry candle. You can look here. It is sort of the pullback, so it might be potentially the way in with your stop down here, assuming that this wick holds. But things you don't like is the EMAs are ticking lower now, so you really need this to hold. Here's your second test. Starting to look a little better. EMAs here definitely catching it. Let's see if we can break through here. Maybe this is worth an ad now. It's holding above this EMA right there. Stop is still below this wick. Okay, so we know that 21 EMA is sort of in control. It's looking a lot better now. EMAs are pointing in the right direction, definitely rising. Let me fast forward a little bit. Okay, really good now. I mean, if you want, you could take some into the high of the day if it gets there. Speed it up just a little bit. Oops, too much. Okay, here was a little inside bar right there. Maybe a reason to get out because it ticks lower. But still holding above. Let's see who's in control now. Is this could be a potential? Hold on, let me slow it down. This could be a potential pullback into the EMAs for another entry. If this does hold, that means that the 8 is now in control. So it did make a higher low from this wick candle. So maybe this is worth a shot now with a stop down here. Your entry, of course, you have to do your entry candle up there. EMAs are kind of flat, may not work. May need to test the 21 again, but if you're in this trade, you're in it already. So this is looking a little bit better. Want to see it kind of break through some more while remaining above this support area. Nope, that's not good. But you still have this 21 down here. So this is a little bit of a tough trade right now because this was in control, then this was in control, then now this was in control, and maybe this is in control now. So the question is, how many chances are you willing to give this stock before you kind of move on? So right there, it clearly dipped through, but you know that bottoming tail, it's there again. So maybe it's worth another shot, entry above kind of this consolidation area right there. And with your stop below that wick now. Really want to see it to hold above, but it's still okay. It's really not a super. I would be really uncomfortable in this position. This is a you know a replay of a trade. I'm still sort of uncomfortable with this position. The reason why I'm not as comfortable is because EMAs are all ticking lower, and it's not the typical stock that you really want to see. The way a strong stock should have stronger, wider EMAs. But I mean, right now I'm still in this trade because it tested the low but did not make a new one. Well, it got close. Low was 93 cents. Here is 93 cents. So of course you have to be a few cents below. I don't know if it's an ad through here, but maybe it still is. It looks like it might still be is. Oops, might still be. So again, you still really want to look. Let's look for targets. So, where was it? No, that's the wrong way. Let's go from here to there to there. Okay, so well, this is a potential target right at 43.10. Of course, the high of the day is another potential target, and that right here is another potential target. And it's getting super messy, sorry. Still your stop until otherwise. So now it's starting to look better. Using the 8 EMAs again as support. You generally don't want it to test more than once, but I guess here was okay. Still somewhat of a pullback play. Kind of an ugly one, but still somewhat of one. Let me speed this up just a little bit. You know, when I picked this trade to do a replay on, I thought it would be much easier than that, but you know, trading's hard. So take partial here, maybe partial here. I think at this point I'll move my stop here. Just because I know it does have to get to EMA soon. And I already did sell some on the way up. And plus, it's been trading kind of messy. And I really don't want to get too big on this stock. I want to be more conservative. But I still want to give it a chance. So that's why I don't want to use this as my stop yet. Okay, it took out this target, so I definitely want to move this as my stop now. Sorry, oops. Get rid of that. So we're on the high of the day. Previous high of the day is my new stop. Make it go a little bit faster. So still needs to catch up to the EMAs. Let's see if it does. Yeah, it's trading above very nicely. So I will definitely change this to my new stop. You know, just keep taking profits on the way up. It looks like it's in beast mode right now. Finally touch the EMA here. Oh, let me move my stop to below that wick. I don't really think I'll use this to add because this, you know, it's 11 now. Well, I mean, potentially you could. Whoa, okay, that's a really nice move right there. Really far from the EMAs now. You almost have to take profits into this move. That's ridiculous. That's crazy. I'm okay with getting stopped out here after like a run up of this much. Yeah, I'm definitely taking profits there. What does this stock eventually do? Okay, eventually it does trade back to the EMAs, and then it kind of finishes around there. So there you have it. I mean, this trade was tough. There was some opportunity here. At first you thought maybe it was the 8, then here, okay, it's definitely the 21. Did his move, came right back, and boom. You take this as an opportunity to get in some more because it pulled back right nicely into the 8, but it didn't work. So, I mean, you either were out because of this inside bar, or you're out because of this, or maybe you took some partial profits and you're just letting the rest run. But once it came down here, it retests the EMAs, and I mean, it did make a higher pivot low. So that's still a good sign of a strong stock. So it just depends on how you manage your position and where you put your stops. Do you just kind of leave it here and let it go, make a new pivot low? Do you actively manage it based off of new candle patterns? Do you do it based off of EMA plays or what? Who knows? But the question is, you know, you took an early loss here. Were you able to get back in here? If you take a loss here, were you able to get back in here? I mean, were you able to see opportunities somewhere down here on this EMA? I mean, if you're able to do any of those, then you have a potential to catch like this big of a move. But it really depends on your risk criteria, what you see, what kind of setups you like, and whether or not you can make adjustments to the different information you have. But there you have it. This is a trade that I did not make, but it would have been kind of nice to be part of this, because this was a really challenging play. I was having trouble even doing this replay, and yeah, this is the first time I seen the way the stock trades. I mean, obviously I saw what happened with the stock, because I was I was scanning through the market for things that had potential opportunities. But being able to see it in real time as a candle develops is really going to help me visualize my future trades and what my thought process is as I rewatch these videos, and I hope it does the same for you. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next week.